Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a full face of cream products that I love. So if you want to see all the cream products I reach for when I want something fast, easy, but still super glam, then sit back, relax, enjoy this video, and don't forget, like this video, subscribe below, and hit that notification bell. On my face, we are going to get started with the Honest Beauty Everything Cream Foundation. I have this in the shade Snow. So this, if you open it up, bam, it's kind of standard. You have your cream foundation here. If you open this up, just fell out. I thought I got rid of it already. It's a little sponge. I never use these. Normally I don't keep them, so I'm shocked I still have it. And then you have a really good size mirror here. Sorry if I blind you. But this is kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure if this is my perfect match, but it's the closest I kind of guessed in store. You can't really, there was no testers or anything, so just kind of like holding the box against my face being like, sure, this is it. So fingers crossed this works out. I have used this before, but it was in a different shade and I was really tan. So when I'm tan, I feel like I have a lot more give on the foundation shade. But I do remember this being super buildable. And I also remember it working a lot better once I warm it up a bit. So what I'm gonna do is really work the foundation up onto one of my fingers, get a good amount on there, and then just distribute that on my face. I'm just gonna start with this amount of product. Oh, threw my brush, but I caught it. Watch out. I'm gonna start with this amount, shear this out, see how this looks, and then see if I wanna build up the coverage. Because when I find I'm using a lot of cream products, since it is layers of product, I find I do get a little bit of coverage for my bronzer since it's pretty opaque, a little bit for my blush. The concealer definitely does a lot of coverage for me in spots and stuff like that. So I can find I go a little lighter on the foundation. So I'm gonna blend this out and then we will see how I feel about it. Okay, so right off the bat, this gives me definitely a light coverage, not matte, not overly dewy, a very skin-like finish. And that's why I think I like this. I think that's why I used to reach for this during the summer, because I could throw this on like over my SPF, leave my house, and it was like amazing pool makeup, which is basically just no makeup. But now that this is warmed up, I do remember I used to just take my brush and go right in. I think when I watched the video with Tati and Jessica Alba, that's what she did. She just went right into the pan and then right into the face. And that I find is giving me more coverage right away. So if you want a little more coverage right off the bat, I guess, just hop right in the pan. This is looking, yeah, this is looking pretty on the skin. I'm actually really liking this. But you don't want to see me blend this out forever and ever. So I'm gonna blend this on the rest of my face and then I will be right back to tackle bronzer. Okay, so now that I've built the coverage up around the rest of my face, I'm actually pretty happy with how this looks. I feel like I've gotten a pretty decent medium coverage. It's definitely not fully covered this spot on my face, but I feel like I'm pretty happy with how much it has covered. It'd take a miracle to cover that up right now. Lord knows we can't cover that, but I'm pretty happy overall with how this looks on the skin. Looking really beautiful, setting well, not settling into my lines, not making my texture emphasized. So I'm pretty happy, but we are gonna move on to one of my favorite products of all time. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers talk about this. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. I have this in the shade Baked. And I use this exactly how you think I would. A lot of people take it from the stick on a brush and then go in. I just want to get the job done. So I just shoop, and it seems really dramatic. This product is so blendable that it's just effortless bronze and it is beautiful every time. I love it. So I'm gonna go in with my Scott Barnes number 65 brush. I'm obsessed with this. It's kind of a dense fan. Does such a good job at blending it out. Oh yeah, getting that warmth back to my face. This foundation shade was definitely a little light, so I needed this in my life. And it is looking, oh gosh. So I find I have so many bronzers, so many highlighters, and this one gets pushed to the back a lot. And I don't know why, because, oh, it has my heart. It's just so good. So I took this down a little low, but that's okay. So if ever you're working with a cream bronzing product and you feel like you've gotten a little out of control, no worries, we're not stressed. So I'm just gonna grab for that foundation brush. I just tap it in there. Clean up that line, because we haven't set with any powder. I'll just tap that edge out with this guy. So I've sheared both of those out, and now, oh yeah, let me look at the monitor. Yeah, that beautiful bronze skin. Oh, I just love it so, so, so much. It's a matte bronzer, but I feel like it's more just like, they should say skin. It is like the perfect skin like appearance. I just love this. If you can get your hands on this, I feel like it's sold out all the time. If you can get your hands on this, snag it, y'all. It's so, so, so good. So I'm gonna bronze up the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Because we are back, we are bronzed, and I am so ready for the next step. So this is actually a product that turned me on to the entire brand. This is the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Blush in the shade Rose Pink. I believe, or Rose Pink. Rose Pink. Typical gay. Rose on the mind. But I tried this after Tati raved about it eons ago, and I've been obsessed with it ever since, and it actually turned me on to the brand in general, and now I use some of the makeup and the skincare. I love it. But this has been used and abused. It is super dirty, it looks super rough, but I'm actually just gonna go in with my foundation brush. I multi-use brushes. I have so many, and I end up cleaning them in between a lot, so I'm actually gonna use the mirror that's in here, tap a little bit of this on here, and go to town. So when I'm working with cream blush, I like to pop it on the skin, find where I want it, and I don't really get scared about whether or not I can blend it out. So I'm gonna use the same technique I used with the bronzer. I take a little bit of the cream foundation back on the brush, tap it off in the back of my hand, and then I just kind of buff over the top of the blush. And it makes everything kind of mesh together and look a lot more like skin. Takes any of the harsh lines away from either the bronzer or the blush and kind of makes them one product. And don't worry about your blush or bronzer getting a little too high, because we are doing concealer last, because it kind of corrects all of that. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that across my nose, give me a little sun flush. Oh, that is so pretty. And they're so pigmented. These last for eons. I'm sure this would expire before you would ever use it up. You use it on the face, on the lips, on the eyes. I love, love, love this. Just looks like the perfect pinched cheek little blush. So it is beautiful. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, so we are back for arguably my favorite step in the makeup process, and that is highlighting. So I actually have two favorite cream options, and I'm really, really torn on which one to use. So one is the Hollywood Beauty Light one from Charlotte Tilbury, and the other is the MAC Cream Color Base in the shade Shell. This is a friggin' OG product, like multitasking. You can use it kind of anywhere on the face. It is so, so, so good. But I want a little more of a blinding highlight today, so I think I'm gonna use this on my eyes for kind of a glossy effect. So I'm actually gonna reach for the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand, always a tongue twister, Charlotte Tilbury. I have used and abused. I'm almost out of this. It is so good. Much like the contour wand, the packaging is garbage. Oh, I hate it. But you just squeeze it out of there, get a little on the tip, and y'all are gonna see how blinding this product is. It is insane. So I'm just gonna take a touch of it, just right there. Already insane, like whoa. But I'm gonna go in with, my Too Faced highlighting brush actually. This one's really, really good for cream highlighters like this. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna stamp this into the skin. And there is something about this formula that is equally blinding, but skin-like. I don't know how Charlotte Tilbury did it. Pretty sure she's a witch. That's fine. Encouraged, really. Big fan. Take a dot right there and just blend that slightly on here. Give that forehead a little extra dewiness. And I mean, just look at the reflect. Oh, it looks like I drink way more water than I do. It makes me look put together. Maybe I do yoga now. I don't know. but this, it fixes my mood. It makes everything better. I feel like it pulls any makeup look I'm not that happy with together. So good. A little expensive, I hate the packaging, but all in all, it's a big ol' win. So I'm gonna highlight the rest of my face and I'll be right back for the next step. Okay, so now that I feel like I am glowy and juicy, oh my gosh, it's the prettiest highlighter in the world. So now that my skin is in check and I'm feeling real pretty already, we are gonna dive into my most needed step. So I obviously have pretty dark under eyes. My under eye circles are hereditary and I have not really found anything that fully gets rid of them, just stuff that makes them look a little bit better. But makeup, I found this little combination looks so good. And this is something I can wear even when I'm not wearing a full face of makeup to just correct my under eyes a little bit. So if I'm feeling a little super tired and I want to go to like quick brunch or grab a bite to eat that I wasn't expecting to with someone and I need quick makeup, these are the two products I reach for. So the first is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in the shade Peach Bisque. It is so good. Ooh, I reach for this all the time. You'll see I've hit pan. You can't really tell because it's got product on top of it. But I take the tiniest amount of this. I mean the tiniest. I'll show you. So I'm just gonna shoot. That's all. Like not just a little bit on the tip of my finger. And I'm gonna tap this just under my eye where it gets really dark. And you will see instantly how it color corrects. Boom. Already, this makes such a difference. Look at this eye compared to that eye. It took little to no product, and it's because it's like the perfect shade for color correcting my under eye. That peachy pinkness is opposite on the color wheel from this like blue purple I have under my eyes. So it just fully corrects it without looking crazy. And the point of this is because I'm using just a touch of that and I'm getting all this correction, when I go in with my concealer, I get to use a lot less product in general. And less product means less opportunity for all of it to crease. And when I wear a ton of cream products, I don't really set my face just because cream in general, I like how it moves around on the skin a little bit. It looks like skin. Most of the products I use are pretty long wearing by themselves, but if they do get a little wonky funky, I can just warm it up, press it with my fingers a little bit, or I can touch it up really easy, and I don't have to worry about, oh, I'm putting cream on top of powder. So I love a cream makeup day, especially now that the weather's getting a little nicer. As soon as it's nice out, ooh, give me all the products I can put on with my hands, or a couple brushes, or the same brush for 3 products. I love it. So now that I've color corrected, I'm gonna go on with fan favorite concealer, y'all. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I feel like it gets hype, but not enough hype. I'm in the shade G10, and I'm gonna take just a touch of that, and this is gonna be both of my eyes. So I'm gonna tap a little there, tap a little here, and just go to town. This concealer, they call it the Stretch Concealer because it supposedly moves with your under eye, moves with that skin, and doesn't crease. Let's be clear, it slightly creases, but it doesn't look crazy. I find it settle, if it settles at all, it settles really nicely, still looks pretty good. And all I gotta do, like I said, is tap it out a little bit, and we are back in business. Okay, so I'm extra tired today, so I'm gonna do a tiny touch more coverage, especially on this side. I feel like this side is always a little darker. Yes. Okay, I'm feeling really good about that. I feel like my face is really coming together. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit of that MAC cream color base on my eyes, throw in a touch of mascara, hit myself with a setting spray, and then I'll be back with my final look. Okay, we are back with the final look, and I am so happy with how my skin looks right now. It just looks healthy, but covered. I feel glam. I just threw gel in my brows, Glossier Brow Slick on for my lashes. I love this MAC cream color base on my lid. It looks very glossy and wet, catching the light. So pretty. As always, I love the highlighter, this blush, this bronzer. It's all just blended into one. And this foundation, it has sat on my face for probably like 15-20 minutes now. And this is when I love it. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, it just looks like skin. I'm so happy. So All in all, this is the cream routine I reach for when I want to feel a little glam, but I want it to be super, super easy. And I can break this routine down to just 1 or 2 products and still be really happy with how I like to leave the house. So if you like today's video and you want to see more content just like this every week, then don't forget, like this video, subscribe below, hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. I love y'all.